important to know how to sit at your keyboard, because if not, if you are so gung-ho and you practice a lot, you might hurt yourself. I want to make sure everybody is sitting high enough so that the under part of your forearm, see in the picture, is above your keys. So if you sit right now and you check, you will see that most of you sit too low. So just sit on a pillow, sit on some books if you have encyclopedia still in your house. But the under part of your forearm, should be above the keys. So if you are sitting like that and you're putting a ball under your hand, this circle is representation of imagining a ball under your hand, then your thumb should be in an angle and the thumb will not be parallel to the keys. That way, if the ball is under your hand, your knuckles will be high. So that's what it feels like. And I'm going to stop share so you can actually see me. So when I sit, you see that this part of me is above my keys, right? And this wrist is just straight. And my hand is like holding a ball under my hand. So if I show you my left hand, you'll see that my thumb is at a 45 degrees almost. I'm not touching my thumb. If you are touching your thumb, that the entire thumb is touching the key, then your wrist is too low. So when you play, your thumb should always touch only at the very small corner of your thumb, right here. The very small corner of your thumb should be touching your keys. Okay, so then you know that you're at the right height. And if you're sitting too close to the piano, what happens? This arm is right next to your body. You're too close to the piano. You should be sitting so that it's a little bit angled out to the piano, right? When we play the piano also, we don't play completely at the rim of the keys. Let me show you from this angle. So this is my right hand right now. If I was holding my hand the way I suggest you hold, like a ball under the hand, you will see my hand kind of curvy like this, but you won't see as much which finger is on which key. So most often when I demonstrate, I'm like this. But don't play with flat fingers like my demonstrations. I'm just doing flat fingers so you can see which hand is on what key. Okay, so right now we're not talking about that. We're just talking about how you should be at the piano. When you are actually putting one finger per keys, you're not playing here at the rim. I call this the rim of the keys, right? You don't play at the rim. Don't be afraid to be right there, right in between the black keys if your fingers are small enough. Don't play right out here just because you're afraid of being between the black keys. So if your hand is big, especially, you can adjust. If your fingers are too big to be between the black keys, of course, you can't play there. You have to play here, right? But don't play out here in the rim for everything, because then it changes the hand position. So just be comfortable right there if your fingers are big, and right here if your fingers are not big, and you can be between and not be afraid of black keys, because sometimes when you advance you will play these black keys. And this is the reason why for most piano, because the piano is made this way, the black keys are shorter, the white keys are longer. So most of the songs you will learn only deals with the white keys. You're not going to touch the black keys yet until we cover maybe Amazing Grace on black keys only, or until you get to a different, more advanced song, and you might touch these black keys. So for now, I don't want you to be afraid of black keys, even though you're only playing white keys. Be here, okay? So that's just basically the basic technique that I'll mention for beginners.